हर 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 महादेवा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदाशिवा हर 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 महादेवा।
हर 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 महादेवा।
हर 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 महादेवा।
शिव 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 सदा शिवा।
शिव 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 सदा शिवा।
हर हर
हर हर महादेवा। हर 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 महादेवा। शिव 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 सदा शिवा। शिव 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 सदा शिवा। गुरु ओंकारा।
जय जय सद्गुरु ओंकारा।
जय गुरु ओंकारा। जय जय सद्गुरु ओंकारा। ओम
जय गुरु
ओंकारा। जय जय सद्गुरु ओंकारा। ओम जय गुरु ओंकारा। जय जय सद्गुरु ओंकारा। ओम विष्णु सदाशिवा ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदाशिवा। हर हर महादेवा। हर 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 महादेवा। हर हर महादेवा। हर 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 महादेवा। शिव 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 सदा शिवा। शिव 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 सदा शिवा। गुरु ओंकारा। जय 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 गुरु ओंकारा। जय जय सद्गुरु ओंकारा। ओम ओंकारा। ओम सद्गुरु ओंकारा। ओम அருள் நிறைவான அமுதக்கடலே விரிகதிரால் யாவும் விழுங்கும் அருண கிரிபரமான்மாவே கிளருளப்பூணன்றாய் விரிபருதியாக விளங்கு. சித்திரமாமிகுதெல்லாம் செம்மலையே நின்பாலே உத்திதமாய் நின்றே ஒடுங்கிடுமால் நித்தியமும் நானென்றிதயம் நடித்திடுவையாலுன் பேர் தானிதயம் என்றிடுவர்தாம். அகமுகமாரந்த அமலமதி தன்னால் அகமிதுதான் எங்கெழும் என்றாய்ந்தே அகவுருவை நன்கறிந்து முன்னீர் நதி போலும் மோயுமே உன் கண்ணருணாச்சலனேயோர். வெளிவிடயம் விட்டு விளங்கும் அருள்நேசா வழியடக்க நிற்கும் மனத்தால் உளமதனில் உன்னை தியானித்து யோகி ஒளி காணும். உன்னில் உயர்வுரு மீதுன் உன்னிட உள்ளத்தில் ஒப்புவித்த உள்ளத்தால் எப்பொழுதும் உன்னை கண்டு எல்லாமும் முன்னுருவாய் அந்நியமில் அன்பு செய்யும் அன்னோன் அருணாச்சலாவெல்கும் இன்புருவா முன்னிலாழ்ந்தே அருணகிரிரமணன் ஆரியத்திற்கண்ட அருமறை அந்த கருத்தேயாகும் அருணா சல பஞ்சகமணியை தன் தமிழ் வெண்பாவால் உலகு கழித்தான் வந்து அரியாதீதர சீவர தகவாரிச குகையில் அறிவாய் ரமி பரமாத்துமன் அருணாச்சலரமணன் பரிவாழ்வுளம் முருகானல பரனார்ந்திடு குகையார்ந்து அறிவாம் விழித்திரவாய் நிசமறிவாய் அது வெளியாம் அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாயனக்கோர் குறையுண்டோ குறையும் நீயல்லால் என்னேனிவற்றை என் உயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே உந்தன் கழழினையில் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே கண்ணே உந்தன் கழழினையில் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே அதிமதுர சாபஹஸ்தாம் அபரிமிதாம் மோதபான சௌபாக்யாம் அருணாம் அதிசய கருணாம் அபிநவ குலசுந்தரீம் வந்தே ஓம் ஐம் ஹ்ரீம் ஸ்ரீம் ஸ்ரீ அருணாச்சலம். It's a wonderful morning and we had a nice darshan and worship of Ganesha. So with that we are starting this course for 45 days, Sri Ramana Sampurna Darshan. I still remember what our Acharya said when we stepped into the ashram. The first class he said, what he said, now relax. This is the first word he said. This is the first Upadesha he gave to us. Now relax. You have come to the right place. You need not worry about anything. You need not do anything. Just relax, he said. See, generally we think spirituality means it's a serious business. So people become very stiff and very serious. Our Acharya Ji, Swami Anubhavanand Ji, a very great genius, a great Mahatma, he always used to say, just relax. Why? Because that is the first step towards Paramatma. We don't relax at all. We are always running. We are always worried about something. And after some time we are worried about mukti, moksha. Just relax. You have come to the right place means you know what? You have come to Bhagavan. There is nothing more than Bhagavan. He is the ultimate. You have come to him means you have come to the right place. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing more to do. You have come to the right place. Why? Naguror adhikam tattvam, naguror adhikam tapaha, tattvajnanat param nasti, tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There is no tapas greater than Guru or the devotion to Guru. Naguror adhikam tapaha, naguror adhikam tattvam. There is no Tattvam superior to Guru. He is ultimate. He is ultimate actually. He is the supreme truth. Tattvajnanat param nasti. And more than this Tattvajnanam or this Atmajnanam, there is nothing else. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. He is the embodiment of that Tattvajnana or Atmajnana. So to that Guru, I offer my salutations. So, we have come to the right place to Bhagavan Sri Raman Maharshi. Bhagavan Raman Maharshi is such a wonderful Guru. He was very gentle. He was very accommodative. He was down to earth. Though he was abiding in a very exalted state, but he was so much a human and very down to earth. He never pushed anybody into anything. He never forced anybody into anything. Even when people asked, Bhagwan, when should we get up for sadhana, for dhyana? You know what he said? Whenever you are very awake, fresh, you do Atma Vichara. When you feel sleepy, you sleep. So you cannot go on sleeping now. At some point of time, you have to become fresh now. Then you practice Atma Vichara. And Bhagwan, whenever people asked him, I am doing puja, can I continue? He said, yes, please continue. I am doing Nama Japa, yes, please continue. He was not condemning anything. He was very accommodating. At the same time, he was always emphasizing on this Atma Vichara. Such was the greatness of our Guru. See, Yama, Niyamas and all, no, he has not spoken much about it. Only one thing he said is, Mida Satvika Hakaram. While eating, you should have Mida Satvika Hakaram for Atma Vichara. Because when you load your stomach, you become very Mandabuddhi. You cannot concentrate on anything. You become sleepy only. That is Mida, means in right quantity. Satvika means what? That generates sattva in you. There are certain food which generates sattva. Other food can create rajas and tamas. He says satvika haka. That's what he said about the niyamas. Nothing else. So our Guru is a wonderful Guru. At the same time, a very tough taskmaster. He will never allow us to go anywhere here or there. Always rooted in the self. Vanda velai kavani. In Tamil, Vanda velai kavani. Vanda velai means for what job you have come here to this world. Adai kavani. That you focus on. You understand what I am saying? Vanda velai kavani. Vanda velai means for what you have come here. That please focus on. And Bhagavan's standpoint is, we have come here to realize our own self. Because that is truth. Because that is Anandam, what we are searching for in the world outside. So there is nothing superior than that. When you gain that, you have gained everything. Apta Kaman, you have gained everything. There is nothing more to gain. So, and there is no confusion because there is no mind there. See, the mind is the root cause of all confusions, all doubts. When you are there in the self, abiding peacefully, there is no mind, therefore there is no confusion. So that is the Vanda Velai. Adai Kavani, focus on that. And you all know, Bhagavan just not preached, he lived this truth. That is the glory. See, in fact, Bhagavan never gave any discourses, you know. Not like that. He was always abiding. See, at the age of 16 or 17, he got that realization. You all know now about the story? When he was in his uncle's house in Madurai, in Chokkapanayakan Street. See, there's South Tower, Meenakshi Temple, South Tower, Gopuram. Just in front of that, there is Chokkapanayakan Street. Even now we have Ramana Mandiram. Maintained by Ramanashram. That is Bhagwan's uncle's house. He was staying at uncle's house because his father died. And the family got sort of separated. Because the mother was very poor, actually. So one day, one night, he suddenly got this fear of death. I am going to die. For no reason. He was healthy. No reason he got this fear of death. I am going to die. Then he started inquiring. What is death? Who is dying? See, this is the question. Who is dying? Is this body dying? When the body is dead and gone, still I am alive. That was his experience. Even after the mind has subsided, the thoughts have subsided, even then then who am I? That's how he got the realization. Instantaneous. And after that, there is no going back. Yad gatva nanivartante, like that. He was continuously abiding. And then he left Madurai and he reached Arunachala Kshetram. It's a big story. And 54 years he lived here in this Arunachala Kshetra. Never ever he departed from here. Even there was a cholera. Everybody vacated Tiruvannamalai. But Bhagavan never left this place. He stayed at this Pachayamman Koil here in Tiruvannamalai. So Bhagavan had got great love for this Kshetram, Arunachala. If at all Bhagavan had any sort of devotion or sort of this thing towards a worldly thing, it is only Arunachala. I won't say it's worldly, I mean in this world, Arunachala. And Bhagavan continuously was abiding in his self. See, Adi Shankara has written this Dakshinamurti Stotram. Maunam Vyakya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. He's Yuvanam only he was at that time. Balaswami was called. Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishtante Vasadrishi Ganehi Avrutam Brahmanishtaihi Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudramananda Rupam Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide. So he was living like Dakshinamurti only. In Maunam always, surrounded by great exalted devotees. He was not showing Chinmudra, but he was Chinmudra himself. And Swatma Ramam, always abiding in his self. Mudita Vadanam, always blissful. Like Dakshinamurti, he was remaining there for 54 years. And mostly he was in Mauna. But later part of his life, he also spoke with devotees. But he was in Virupaksha and all, he was totally in Mauna. Imagine a lad of 17, 18, living alone in a guhai, in a cave, not knowing where the food is going to come, not knowing what is going to happen to him, and just prashantam, abiding in his self. No desire, no fear. What a wonderful thing. And later when he moved to Skandashram, his mother joined. And he gave mukti to his mother. And then he came down to the plains, that is Ramanashram, now what is called as Ramanashram. There he lived throughout his life, always abiding in his self. Whenever people approached him sincerely, he instructed only one thing. Naan yarun visari. Inquire, who am I? Udikkum idam edu. Look within, from where this I is arising. That is his core teaching. I tell you, this is going to be the teaching for this or next or for the coming generation. Because now people are losing faith in personal gods. They are very confused whom to worship. There are so many gods in your Hindu religion, whom to worship. I don't know, all these are cock and bull stories. We don't believe in all these things. Yes, you need not believe in all these things. Do you believe in yourself? Yes, I believe in myself. Have you ever inquired, who am I? Have you ever dwelled deep within to find who am I? You have never. That is why you are agitated and confused, sorrow-stricken. Now you inquire within, who am I? There you find all the answers for all the mysteries of this existence. That is Bhagavan's teaching. And for the devotees, he said, if you are unable to focus your attention within, then there is Arunachala. He showed Arunachala. What he said, this is the greatest upakaram, help Bhagavan has rendered to this humanity. He has said, Karunar Navamai Karudak Kadinalhum Arunachala Shivamidam. He said, Karunar Navamai. This hill is a holy hill. You know what it is? Karunar Navam. It is ocean of compassion. Arno. This hill is not an ordinary hill. Karuna Arnavam. That is why we have named our Ambal as Karuna Ambal. Karunai. Karunai means compassion. Ocean of compassion. Karuna Arnavamai. Grace. Karuda Kadinalhum. What is the grace? What is the compassion? Karuda Kadinalhum. Karuda means when you remember once. Karuda. When you think of it. Kadinalhum. It gives you moksha. Kadi means liberation. Gadi. Isn't it Gadi, na? In Hindi also, Sanskrit also, Gadi. Gati means what? That Sadgati. In Tamil there are a lot of Sanskrit words. Karuda means just to think about it. Kadinalgum. It gives you liberation. And then he said, Arunachala Shivamidam. Please understand, this Shiva, this is Shiva himself in the gross form. It is not Shiva's abode. Kailasha is Shiva's abode, where Shiva dwells. But this is Shiva himself, he said. I would say this is the greatest upahara Bhagavan has done to this world. Otherwise, we would not have believed. Na? See, Puranas, they talk so many things. Even myself, when I was young, I was thinking, all these Puranas, they exaggerate things and they say few stories and all. But when Bhagavan comes and says, Arunachala Shivamidam, this is Shiva himself, then we get that kind of a devotion. Yes, this hill is a very mysterious hill. Jnana Tavodanarai Vayan Rarikum Malai Annamalai. This hill, it welcomes, it says, come to me, come to me. Jnana Tapa means those who are having that kind of a search. It invites, come. Vayan Rarikum Malai Annamalai. So that is the glory of this hill. Bhagavan was always talking about this hill. He himself was going around the hill along with the devotees and setting an example. So whenever devotees approached to him, he was giving this Upadesha of Atma Vichara. Who am I? Dwell deep within and find out the source of all thoughts. Who am I? Or for the devotees, he said, if you find it very difficult, then here is Shiva himself. Ocean of compassion. You remember him. Smaranat Arunachalam. See, it is said when you are born in Tiruvarur, it is said, you get liberation. When you die in Kashi, it is said you get liberation. That is why people go all the way to Kashi to die. But unfortunately, sometimes what happens, when they are, suffering, the sons come and they admit in Delhi hospital or somewhere else nearby or somewhere nearby. And people cannot die even in Kashi if they don't have that kind of sat punya. But this kshetram, you did not even come here. Smaranat, you think about it from wherever you are. Smaranat Arunachalam. You think about it, you are liberated. That is the kshetram. See, it is not an exaggerated thing actually. When Bhagavan says, it is not exaggeration because Bhagavan was always abiding in the truth, in the satyam. And he has no reason to lie or bluff. He was talking only the satyam. So when you think about this, you are liberated. So this is what he gave to the bhaktas, the devotees. Either Atma Vicharam or Arunachala Smaranam. Once, a devotee asked Bhagavan. He wrote in a paper and submitted to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, who are you? He asked this question in Tamil only. He asked, who are you? People say you are Skanda, Muruga. Are you Skanda, Muruga? Or are you Arunachala Shiva? Or you are Narayana? Who are you? He just asked. Bhagavan had gone out for a walk, it seems. Stroll, they say, na? He goes out. When he returned back, he saw that slip on his asan, on his chair or whatever, on his sofa or whatever. Then he smiled and he wrote back in a verse form, proclaiming to this world who he is. You know, it is so significant. It is not his devotee or his disciple wrote who is Bhagavan. Bhagavan himself wrote who is Bhagavan. I tell you, this is all extraordinary. You know what Bhagavan wrote? Ariyati tarasivara dhagavari sagugayil arivairami paramatuman arunachala ramanan parival ulam uruganala பரனார்ந்திடு குகையார்ந்து அறிவாம் விழித்திரவாய் நிசம் அறிவாய் அது வெளியாம். Most beautiful. That's why we chant in the beginning of every class we chant this. To remember Bhagavan, there is no more dhyana shloka than this. Why? Because Bhagavan himself has given this about himself. If you want to meditate on Bhagavan or think about Bhagavan, there is no other verse than this. Because it is authenticated, because he himself has given this. Who is Ramana? Bhagavan. What he said, you know, what was the question? Who are you? Are you Shiva, Narayana, or the Skanda? Who are you? He said, Hari Atitara Sivara. Starting from Hari onwards, Hari, you know, Narayana onwards. Sivara, all the jivas. Hariyatitara Sivara, Dhagavarisa Gugayil. In everybody's heart, in all beings' heart, whoever is shining, Hariyatitara Sivara Dhagavarisa Gugayil, Harivai Rami Paramatuman. Who is shining as the true knowledge? Arivu. Pure consciousness or true knowledge. Harivai Rami Paramatman. Rami means one who is sporting as that true highest knowledge. That is Arunachala Ramanan. He is Arunachala Ramanan. It is not this body. Bhagavan has said, it means that. It is not this body what you are seeing. Arunachala Ramanan is one who is shining in everybody's heart. Starting from Hari onwards, all the jiva's heart, whoever is shining, has the true knowledge. Arivu, Bodham, we say in Sanskrit, Bodham, Atma Bodham. Whoever is shining as I, as the true self, as the pure knowledge, that is Arunachala Ramanan. It is not any form. It is not any name. That is why when devotees sing Bhagavan's glory, Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sadguru Rayane. In Parayanam they sing this. Bhagavan also joins, it seems. He also claps his hand and he sings. Then devotees ask, Bhagavan, why are you singing? Why I should not sing about the God or what, or the Parampurul or what? See, you are singing not about this body or this Vyakti, this individual. You are singing about the Paramatma. I am also joining with you. See, what an exalted idea. So, Bhagavan has said very clearly, only when you know me as I know myself, you know me truly. You know me truly. Meaning what? Only when you know yourself truly, you know me. Because I am one who is shining in your heart or in everybody's heart as the pure knowledge. As the Swarupa, the self. That is why a great saint has said, தன்னை உணர்தல் தான் குரு பூசை, மற்றதெல்லாம் குசு பூசை. Meaning, one who can realize his own true nature, he is doing Guru Puja, not others. So Bhagavan has said, he is none other than that pure self, the pure knowledge, shining in everybody's heart. And then he himself gives how to reach him. See, this is the most beautiful part of this verse. Parival. Parival means with true devotion. Ulam uruha, with the heart melting. Paranarndidu, guhayarndu. Guhai means a cave. Cave of the heart, if you can enter. Meaning what? Not out of sort of intellection. Parival, because of true devotion, if you can melt in devotion, in bhakti, in love towards Bhagavan, and if you can reach the cave of the heart, Nisam Arivai, Arivam Vili Tiravai, if you open the eyes of knowledge, only when you reach inside the cave of the heart, the inner eye opens. Arivam Vili Tiravai, when you open the inner eye, Nisam Ariva, you will know the truth. Nisam means the truth. Nisam Ariva, you will know the truth. What is the truth? Adu Veliyam. Veli means what? It is just nothing. Not nothing. It is like space. Veli means space. Paraveli. Gagana Sadrusham, they say in Sanskrit. Gagana means space, Akash. Gagana Sadrusham, it is like space, not space. Like space, meaning it is everywhere, not bound by anything. Paraveliyam. Meaning what? It is unlimited, endless, it is infinite, it is not bound by anything. That is what you will, that is Arunachala Ramana. So who is Arunachala Ramana? Who is my Sadguru? My Sadguru is that principle, that knowledge principle which is shining in everybody's heart. Starting from Hari onwards, in all the jivas, even the ants, even the worm, anything, he is the one who is shining as the self or the pure knowledge. And how to reach him? Through devotion. When the mind melts, when the heart melts, when it enters, Arivam Vilitiravai. See, yesterday, day before yesterday, during this Kumbhabhisheka ceremony, they opened the eyes of the Ambal. Ambal the kanna thirkadu. Nayana unmeelanam. The Stapati, he came and he opened the eyes of Ambal. I was thinking to myself, what audacity. He thinks he is opening the eyes of Ambal. Ambal should really open our eyes, inner eyes. Is that not so? See, people really get so arrogant, you know. Very egoistic. I am the Stapati. I can even open the eye of Ambal. No, it is a sort of a ritual. That is fine. I am not complaining. But people think that way. But we should be very humble. Amba, you should open my inner eye. என்னுடைய அகத்தை அகக்கண்ணை நீ தான் திறக்கணும். That is how we should pray, na? Harivam Vilitiravai. I was mentioning that the other day. That Ambal should open our inner eye. It is not that we are opening Ambal's eye. Ambal should open our inner eye. Harivam Vilitiravai. Nisam Arivai. You will know the truth. What is the truth? Paraveliyam. Veliyam. Adu Veliyam. Veli means it is just all pervading. It is one. It is like space everywhere. So this is what Bhagavan has said about himself. So today, I have given you an idea of what is Arunachala Kshetram. Bhagavan himself has said, Karunar Navamai, it is ocean of compassion. Karudakkadinalgum, you remember once, it will give you moksha. Arunachala Shivam, this is Shiva himself. This is Arunachala Kshetram. And who is Bhagavan? Bhagavan himself has said, I am not an ordinary human being or the body what you are seeing. I am that knowledge principle shining in everybody's heart. When you melt in devotion, this is very important. Our mind never melts. It is very arrogant. And it melts in devotion. Parival. Parivu means devotion. Uram uruha, to melt. Paranarndidu guhayarndu. Guhai means cave. So when you enter into the cave of the heart, there the inner eye opens. Arivam Vilithiravai. What is that inner eye? See, please understand. With our stula or unakkan, this eye, we see the world, the differences, names and forms. But through the inner eye, we see the oneness. See, this is inner eye. Through this gross eye, we see names and forms, the differences. Nama, Rupa, Jagat. But when this eye opens, then we see the oneness behind this Nama Rupa, the world, the Jagat. And that is Arivam Vilithiravai. When you see the oneness, that is true love. Otherwise not. Why a mother loves the child? Because she sees herself in the child. I myself have come like this. It's my own. It is myself. Ennuடைய vittu. That is why there is so much of affection and love. Whatever the child does, still she loves. Why? It is me. How can I desert this child? How can I give up this child? It is me. That is why the children are very smart. They get away. They do anything and they get away with the mother. Especially with the mother. Not with the father sometimes. Especially with the mother. Especially the sons, not the daughters. The mothers always strict towards the daughters, they know what they will do because they have gone through that. So these sons, they can do anything and get away with the mother. Because she loves, because she sees herself. So only when there is a vision of oneness, there can be true love. Otherwise not. Only when this vision of oneness, there is true compassion. Because I myself, how can I allow this child to suffer? Because I myself. So therefore, Arivam Vilithiravai, when the inner eye opens, then you will understand. Arivai, Nisam Arivai, you will know the truth. What is the truth? That is only the self. Paraviriyam. It is all pervading. And there is nothing other than this truth. So this is what Bhagavan has said about himself, meaning about the self. Not about himself means not his Puranam. See, there is one Ramana Puranam. If you see the Ramana Puranam, once I got that book in Tamil only. Muruganath Swamigal, his devotee, and Bhagavan, both have them together compiled this Ramana Puranam. I was so disappointed reading that Ramana Puranam. Because I was expecting Bhagavan is going to talk about his life, his all those things. Never ever anything about his life. He was talking only about the self. That is Ramana Puranam. So Bhagavan himself revealed himself. And always I see Bhagavan and appreciate him because of three things. One is he is simple with capital S. Meaning what? You cannot see or come across anybody more simpler than Bhagavan. He is the simplest. Just a kaupina. No external sort of vesha and all. Nothing. Not even a rudrakshamala. Not even a peripatta and all. Just nothing. Just a kaupina. Not for himself, that just for the world's sake. Just a kaupina. And what was his ways? Very simple. 24/7 available to everybody. See, no human being can do this. I'll tell you. We all need our private space. Only jnanis can do this. 24/7, like Arunachala only, is available to everybody. He was available, he is available now also, in the heart. Very simple person. Not proclaiming himself to be God or anything, nothing. Just lived a simple life. He was eating like everybody. He was living like everybody. Talking to everybody, but abiding always in the self. One is simple, simplicity. Second thing is his tyagha, sacrifice. It's beyond our imagination. Imagine a lad of 16, 17 sitting in the Badala Linga Guha. In Arunachaleshwar temple, there is a Badala Linga. There he just forgot himself and he was sitting for months together. White ants were eating his thighs. White ants, Like that, he was not even having a thought where my next meal is going to come. If I fall ill, what will happen to me? Fall sick. We have all these concerns, no? I am feeling very hungry. What will I do now? He was not thinking about food. He was not thinking about anything, any comforts. He was just abiding in himself. Supreme sacrifice. And never ever he had any tadumatram. Meaning he never slipped from his sthiti. Always he was the same abiding. It's all rare actually, I'm telling you. Even among Mahatmas, Jnanis, they would have their past where they were living a very different life. But that is Bhagavan. His selfless sacrifice. Sacrificed everything for the sake of the self. And he never claimed even that he had sacrificed. Because once people asked him, when you were in Mauna, Bhagavan said, I was never in Mauna. Meaning, I never intended to be in Mauna. Naturally, no thoughts arose in my mind. I was just there. See? I was not doing any sadhana. Why? No, I was not, because I was never there to do any sadhana. See, what a remarkable thing. Bhagavan said, I never did any sadhana because I was never there to do any sadhana. Imagine what a state. At the age of 16, 17. So he was abiding there. And the third thing is samadrishti. Same to every being. This is very rare. This samadrishti can happen only with the vision of oneness. He was same to the monkeys, to the cows, to the humans, to the rich, to the poor, to the scholars, to the illiterate. To everybody he was the same. This is very rare, samadrishti. This is the signature of a true jnani. In Ramana Gita, Bhagavan himself says, Kavyakanta Ganapati asks this question, what is the true characteristics of a jnani? How everybody can recognize a jnani? This is the question. Bhagavan said, if a person has got this samadrishti, then he is a jnani. Understand, he is a jnani. So Bhagavan was having this samadrishti, same towards all beings. That is why he was very compassionate towards all beings. Once they were cutting a tree in Ramanashram, it seems. Bhagavan got so agitated and angry, it seems. Bhagavan never gets angry. Then he said, why are you doing this to this creature, to this being? If somebody cuts your hand, will you accept it? Why are you doing this? Be gentle. Don't hurt. Bhagavan was saying, it seems. Such a gentle person he was. Very compassionate towards all beings. So this is Bhagavan. Simple in his approach, simple in his living style, simple in his Upadesha also. If you read Ulladhanarpa, it's very simple actually. It's not very complicated. See, Bhagavan's philosophy is not at all complicated. It is straightforward, very simple actually. And second thing is his self-sacrifice. It is beyond our imagination. See, whenever I think of Bhagavan, my mind melts because he is a Tyaga Purushan. He has never acquired anything for himself. He has never proclaimed anything about himself. He never even just did this to the world. I bless you and all. Nothing of that sort. Just he was there abiding in his own self. Not wanting anything from anybody. Not expecting anything from anybody. What a life he lived. Remarkable life he lived. And he was same to every being. Bhagavan. samadrishti. He was always abiding in himself, without slipping it even a moment. And Bhagavan has given this upadesha to this world. Nan yar, who am I? I tell you, this is the most sacred question. Who am I? And Bhagavan has given lot many pointers how to go about this Atma Vichara. That is what we are going to see throughout these 45 days. And out of compassion, he knows it is very hard for ordinary jivas to dive deep within. That is why he has given alambana, a support in the world outside. That is Arunachala. Karudak kadinalhum. You remember Arunachala. You are taken care. If you are unable to dive deep within, don't worry, you remember Arunachala. You take the Lord's name, Arunachala, 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 Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva. You are done. See, when we are healthy, hale and hearty, we can do all this sadhana. But you know, when the health goes, Anyata sharanam nasti, tvameva sharanam mama. That is how we have to live. There is no other go, O Lord. You are my only refuge. Tasmat karunya bhavena. Out of compassion, raksha raksha parameshwara. Please protect me, save me. So, when you don't know any other sadhana, when you are not able to think or understand Atma Vichara, take the Lord's name. That's what Bhagavan has said. Arunachala Smaranam. Yesterday our Amma said, Nagaratnam Amma said, I attend Swamiji's lectures, Atma Vicharam and all, but you know, most of the time I don't understand. She is very honest. That is true. But that is why Bhagavan, out of compassion, he has said, okay, don't worry. Arunachala Smaranam. You remember the Lord. For that we need not do anything. We need not understand anything. Na? And he has said this is Shiva himself. That is why you go around the hill, because you are going around the Lord himself. This kshetra, the sadhana is Giri Pradakshina. Yesterday one priest said beautifully. One priest said, I was not knowing the meaning. He said in Skanda Purana this comes. Yani kani cha papani janmantara kritani cha tani tani vinashyanti pradakshina pade pade. When we do Atma Pradakshina, after the puja we chant this mantra. He said, this mantra is given in Skanda Purana for the Arunachala Kshetra. He said on that, I was so stunned to hear that. Yani kani cha papani janmantara kritani cha. Whatever sins we have done, janmantara, through many janmas, tani vinashyanti. They get destroyed. When? Pradakshina pade pade. When you do pradakshina pade pade, step by step. If you do pradakshina of what? That is not mentioned there. But in Skanda Purana, in the context of Arunachala Kshetram, it is mentioned, it seems. When you go around the hill, pade pade, ella, janmantara, papa is destroyed. So that is Arunachala Kshetra. So with this small introduction about Bhagavan, who is Bhagavan? And about, time over? 7:30. That is fine. So with this small introduction about Bhagavan and Arunachala Kshetra, we will conclude our morning talk today. See, this is the first session. You know, I want you to warm up. Okay. So, in the afternoon or evening, we will start with the Arunachala Tattva and Deepa Darshana Tattva. Right? Bhagavan has given what is Arunachala and what is Deepa Darshana. The Mahadipam, people witness Mahadipam, na? What is this Deepa? The inner meaning of that Bhagavan has given. And then he talks about the glory of Arunachala, Arunachala Mahatmya. So evening we will see that. And then tomorrow onwards, what I am thinking in my mind, mornings we will take Jnana Grantham and evenings we will take Bhakti Grantham. Meaning Upadesha Saram or Upadesha Undiyar, morning we will take. Evening Akshara Manamalai we will take. You understand? So that we will have 2 texts every day. Morning we will have the Jnana Grantham, that is Upadesha Saram, Ulladu Narpadu, Anubandham, Dakshinamurti Stotram, Atma Bodham, all those things morning we will take. Evenings, Arunachala Suti Panchakam, and then like that there are some bhakti thing that we will take. This is what I am thinking. Morning and evenings I am thinking. So morning 1 hour 15 minutes, evening 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes we will have this every day. That is morning 6:45 to 8:15. Today 7:30 only is, now it is only 7:30, we will conclude. First day, na, for you to warm up and to get accustomed to this ashram atmosphere and everything. But tomorrow onwards we will take the actual text, so it will go on till 8:15, and evening from 7 to 8:15. Understand? And 10:30 we will have Guru Paduka Puja. Guru Paduka is wonderful because we are remembering Bhagavan. Guru Paduka Puja. And other time it is up to you. You can do whatever you want. If you can't do anything, sleep. Why? At least you are not disturbing others. People around you are happy. Appa, this person is sleeping. When he wakes up, it is terrible. At least he is sleeping good. See, that's what Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji says. The wise people give happiness wherever they go. And otherwise means the idiots, they give whenever they go. They give happiness whenever they go. So the wise people give happiness wherever they go. The otherwise, whenever they go. So if you don't have anything to do, aram se rest, relax. You have nothing to do here. Suppose if you want to do something, there is some Narayana Seva also. Some service you can do here. Some cleaning, something. If you are inspired, if you want to do something, there is scope for that also. But if you don't want to do anything, relax, sleep. If you want to contemplate, of course you can. Nobody can stop you, no? You can contemplate. Okay? So with this we will conclude the morning session. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.